नमस्कार, स्वागत छ दर्शकवृन्द यहाँहरूलाई कार्यक्रम भोइस अफ एन्टरप्रेन्योरमा। भोइस अफ एन्टरप्रेन्योरको आजको यस श्रृङ्खलामा हामी भारतबाट पाल्नुभएका हाम्रा अतिथिसँग कुराकानी गर्दैछौँ। एभ्रिडे ब्याट्री हामीले दैनिक रूपमा प्रयोग पनि गरिरहेका छौँ। त्यो ब्याट्रीको लिगेसी नेपालकै सन्दर्भमा कुरा गर्ने हो भनेदेखि 60-70 वर्ष अगाडिदेखि नेपालको मार्केटमा पनि उसले एक्जिस्ट गरिरहेको अवस्था रहेको छ। त्यो ब्याट्री नेपालमा प्रवेश कसरी भयो, कसरी चाहिँ त्यो ब्याट्रीको सुरुवात भयो, त्यस्तै गरेर पछिल्लो समय के छ, यिनै विषयमा कुराकानी गर्नको लागि यति बेला हामीसँग एभ्रिडे इन्डस्ट्रिज इन्डियाका ब्याट्री एन्ड फ्ल्यास लाइटका सिनियर भाइस प्रेसिडेन्ट अनिरब ब्यानर्जी आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ र संवादको माध्यम भने आज हाम्रो अङ्ग्रेजी रहनेछ। उहाँलाई स्वागत गरौँ। Banerjee sir, welcome to Nepal, welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
So do you want to highlight something on your experience with Nepal?
I am coming back to Nepal, I think almost about 6 years later. And time flies, and I can see, the city, the infrastructure, etc. has, kind of gone up, accelerated. The weather is as fine as it remembers. The number of outlets, the shopping has become smarter, right? A lot of these independent superstores have come up. The city has expanded in many directions.
Right.
And that is my limited 2 days I have seen. But I think in my 2 days what I can see is that there is a lot of opportunity, a lot of scope, and it is just the beginning.
Right. Do you want to highlight something on the Nepali people?
And that is something that has not changed. I think, the soft, gentle, the general population are partners, and we have a lot of partners in Nepal, etc. And yesterday we concluded a partners meet. But the general love, affection, respect, the support that we get from this population goes a long way, right? It goes a long way in success. It goes a long way to say that, the culture of the people is more, hospitality is excellent, right? So these are certain things that stand out, and it becomes useful when you are doing, business in the country. Absolutely.
Which shares the similar kind of culture, isn't it?
Absolutely. It is very, very similar. It is even more gentler and smarter. And I love my trips.
What is the main purpose of this visit of yours after 6 years for 2 days in Nepal?
So we as a brand in this company called Eveready Industries, right? So Eveready as a company is the market leader in batteries, the small AA batteries that go in your remote, in your torches, in your watches.
Right.
So we are the market leader in that, in both in India and in Nepal. Right. We also manufacture and are leaders in, the flashlight or the torch segments in both India and in Nepal.
This is the new launch, isn't it?
No.
New product.
Even without the new products, we are market leaders because we sell a portfolio of torches in Nepal and in India.
Right.
And we sell a portfolio of these batteries, the red color and the blue color, better known as the zinc carbon batteries, right? So we sell it in both these countries, and in both the countries we are more than 50% market share very easily of the battery market of that country. Now in that context, I think it has been a long time that we had not gathered all our partners together.
Right.
So we took the opportunity of 2 significant launches that we wanted to make in the Nepal market to also gather our partners, right, and together and share this entire approach of new products and development. Right. So yesterday was momentous that almost after a couple of years, all the partners had gathered, and we also spoke to the, the media in the morning, telling them the 2 important launches and their significance for the consumers of Nepal.
That is.
So the 2 important products that we launched, one obviously is the battery. Now,
Alkaline battery.
alkaline
Right.
battery. So, so till I did not join the battery industry, I wasn't aware that there are various kinds of batteries.
How many kinds of batteries are there? Please, the evolution of batteries, let's talk about that.
Batteries, so if you look at in countries like India, Nepal, which are very common in their backgrounds, in their usage, in their consumer temperament, in their value cultures and systems, and in the amount of the choice of the devices people keep at home, the quantum of batteries that are used over the last couple of decades is what we call the zinc carbon batteries, right? Commonly, if you go to the market, you ask for a battery. If you get an Eveready battery, you pick it up. If you don't get an Eveready battery, you pick up something else. Because battery is something that you need now and here. You're not going to wait because your device is waiting for the battery. But for regular daily products, any of the zinc carbon red or blue batteries are completely okay. It is the world of the AI.
Now,
The millennials are growing, and the choice of personal devices are becoming smarter. Your remotes are becoming smarter. Your medical devices are entering the houses. Remote control toys are all over the place.
Right, right.
Your beard trimmers, right, and many other devices are what we called battery guzzlers. They are high drain devices. So a clock is not a high drain device. A regular remote control is not a high drain device. A simple torch may not be a very high drain device, and thus it is okay to use the zinc carbon batteries. But if you're going to be using any of the new age devices, including, let's say, your video game consoles, etc., or the optical mouse in the next to the keyboard, they all use either the AA or the AAA batteries, but are high drain devices. For high drain devices, you need more powerful batteries. Powerful means that consistently it needs to be powerful for the life of the product, right? So, which is why in the evolution of batteries, you've had zinc carbon, but if you today go across the globe to the west of the country, to the east of the country, you will find a lot of use of the alkaline chemistry, right? There are parts of the Western world where you would find AA and AAA batteries have graduated even to lithium. So, let's say an alkaline battery could be 4 to 5 times more powerful
than zinc.
More powerful and longer lasting. See, powerful means what? It lasts more long.
It should last long.
It is so, an alkaline would typically be 4 to 5 times more longer lasting than a standard zinc carbon. A lithium could be some 200 times more powerful than a zinc carbon.
Zinc carbon, right.
Right, so it will be like 20 times, etc., more powerful than an alkaline. But yet, it is not the era of the lithium. It would be. Today, our countries like India today, 90% of the market is zinc carbon. But 10% of the market is alkaline and is climbing up fast. Because households, young people, the educated, the people who are having a income which they can afford a smarter life, are buying into gadgets which make life much more convenient.
Right.
And to power that up, you need powerful batteries.
As the technology grows?
Correct. And the same is going to be happening in Nepal as well. It is an urban culture.
Right.
It is an urban phenomena. So, your urban towns are going to be moving faster. Younger, smarter, well-educated people wanting smarter lifestyles will opt for devices which are make much more smarter and convenient, and they will require batteries which are powerful to sustain.
Right.
And which is why we believe that the era of alkaline in the subcontinent has started. And this is the right time
to launch this.
And which is why we've launched what is called the Eveready Ultima alkaline batteries. Ultima batteries, that's the name that we have given them, you know, as signifying ultimate. So they are extremely smart, you know, batteries which we are providing, and these Ultima batteries are our inroads into the alkaline sector.
Right.
In India, we've launched the Ultima batteries a couple of months back, and they're doing well, right? It is on an upward journey.
Ultima alkaline batteries, isn't it?
Eveready Ultima alkaline batteries. Available in both the AA size and the thinner AAA size, right? So these are the two sizes, and obviously it comes at a premium to the regular zinc carbon batteries. But those are the batteries for the next generation, for the next decade. I think I sense that both India and Nepal, the alkaline batteries are going to grow.
What about lithium?
Lithium is super strong. Your device infrastructure, lithium usage
batteries.
of lithium-ion batteries in rechargeable flashlights.
Okay.
In, you know, when they talk about EVs, is a different proposition.
That is a different purpose,
in
right?
household batteries,
alkaline.
It has started, but it is briefly maybe in the US. It is still not a global phenomenon.
Right.
But the phenomena that needs to be caught now and expanded is the phenomena of moving from zinc carbon to alkaline.
So this suits our household, isn't it?
It suits our household. It suits the kind of devices that are coming into the household. If tomorrow you decide that I will have an electric toothbrush, it will require an alkaline battery. Tomorrow, you know, post the COVID, there has been a huge upsurge of all households, especially with older people, keeping various kinds of medical devices, right? So you have a BP machine, you have a blood sugar machine, etc. But these devices, right, that you have will require to be fueled by these alkaline batteries.
And what about this Siren Torch?
Interesting one. So we had the other day Erica, you know, support and help us launch the Siren Torch in the Nepal market yesterday. So Erica is the, you know, Asian Games silver medalist from Nepal, etc.
Right.
And important personality into the entire context of self-defense for women. Now the interesting part is you can use a flashlight for giving light. Light gives you some courage in the darkness. So what? Even mobile phones can give some light, etc.
Right. In the era of mobile phone,
in the
white
era
torch
of mobile
light.
phone. So I was joking with a colleague the other day that, you know, you could have the Apple, the Samsung, the you know, the Oppo, and etc., etc. So there are so many smart. The mobile phone technology has evolved, and there are flashlights and all of them. The point is that in times of an emergency, your ability to, you know, you tend to freeze once in a while, and your ability to open it, remember the password or the biometrics, and then go to the button, push it, versus a flashlight which requires just a single press. So that's a very key distinction from a SOS point of view. But we went a little forward. Both countries like Nepal and India, there's a rising population of women who are educated, coming out of their homes, going to work, increasing their saliency in the workforce of both these countries. You know, women like Erica who've represented the country. There are people who are in the private sector. You would have anchors in the newsroom, etc., etc., journalists. And yet, countries like India and Nepal still factor somewhere very, very average when it comes to women's safety. So it's a bit of a dichotomy that, more women coming out to work, getting educated, wanting to work, wanting to be ambitious, wanting to grow. Women's safety still an average. It is in that context what we thought is that how do you kind of empower? How do you empower women in a very simplistic way? So in this innovation called Siren.
Is this the marketing strategy or what?
It is definitely to make flashlights much more relevant amongst the urban youth, for you, people like you and various of your colleagues to take notice, certainly. But it is not a marketing gimmick. It is with a purpose. So because I believe...
What motivated the company to launch this flashlight with a campaign, isn't it? With an slogan.
Awaaz Uthane Ka.
Awaaz Uthane Ka power.
The point is that brands work better when there is a purpose. So Ultima, there is a purpose, and I'll explain that to you. Siren, there's a purpose. And the purpose of Siren was that how do we empower women on the go to feel safer. Siren is a torch in which if you pull the keychain attached to the torch, it causes a 100 decibel sound. The ambulance goes at 120 decibel. The Siren torch, when the chain is pulled, will give a light and a sound which is of 100 decibel. At that level, over a 500 meters radius, you should be able to call for help. Right. As simple as that. And you can press it, push it back, and it stops. It is a simple, kind of a product which obviously is a flashlight, but in an emergency can be pulled and you can alert and bring in people to help you. Now, yes, it is for the women. It is also for the elderly, people who can probably
able people,
differently abled people who cannot talk, speak, shout, hear, right? There are many. And even sometimes for children who are not with their parents, etc. It's a simplistic gadget. It gives you light. It also has the ability to draw your attention without having, it does not require a network. It does not require AI. It does not require sophisticated technology, but it still has the ability to, protect you when you need it the most. So that's the purpose, that yes, there are flashlights and there are flashlights and there are flashlights, but this one is
different than those
this
products.
Has a purpose saying that flashlights give you light in darkness, which kind of encourages you to, take steps forward. This builds that when I add sound to light, there is a way it has been done, that it empowers you to feel confident to go wherever, that should there be a mishap, your ability to give both light and pull the chain to alert people and call for help is right there and then, and it's not going to fail. In the same way, when I spoke about brands with purpose, Ultima,
alkaline.
What is the purpose? It's an alkaline battery. Our point of view is that, kids use a lot of toys. Toys use lots of batteries.
Batteries, right.
One remote control toy could probably take 6 batteries, 4 in the car, 2 in the remote.
Right.
And they guzzle. So we took that route, saying that children love to play. And playing is important, because we believe that when children play, they learn. So imagine children in a joint family, the grandparents, there are maids, social status, etc. But when children play with their toys, right, so they learn something or the other. And that's the campaign that, I would love to show you, saying that khelenge to seekhenge.
Seekhenge, right.
And so what? The fact that unki khel should not get interrupted. And thus, if you are smart parents, choose smart batteries,
long-lasting batteries,
so that your child's imagination, their dreams, their playtime does not get interrupted. I think that's the purpose.
Do you think that the Nepalese market will trust this product? Or do you see the market in Nepal?
No, I think it will be a welcome change, right? And that is why I'm saying that, Nepal has behaved in a very, very friendly manner when it is got to do with the adoption of some of these products. As of today, the Eveready, it is our estimate that almost close to 6 out of the 10 batteries that are sold in Nepal are Eveready batteries. And thus a new product and a technology like alkaline at a smart price will help, imagine, those people to upgrade to the next level. So they have a certain trust already, and we don't need to reestablish the trust, right? We need to ensure that we stay in course with the technology to be able to afford those consumers who've already placed their trust in Eveready batteries to get the next technology, which is alkaline. And that is what we are launching with the Ultima range of alkaline batteries.
Mr. Banerjee, how was this Eveready battery was established? How it became the household name in India as well as in Nepal?
So it was a car.
Is there any story behind this?
So it was, I don't know if you remember that in the 90s, etc., there was this entire build-up on Eveready, gimme red, right? So that was a campaign called Gimme Red. And even in India, that Gimme Red campaign, someone would thump. There was an ad which says, thump and, there is red liquid flowing, lots of energy. So Eveready has been built on series of strong communication over the last 3 or 4 decades. And as you know, that, the airwaves, what you advertise there is seen all over, the SAARC, South Asia regions, etc. And there has been times when the famous Indian actor, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, has also been a brand voice and an ambassador for the Eveready Gimme Red campaigns, right? So I think it was at that time that this brand got to be known as those famous red color batteries, and then it's history, right? It's been decades and decades and decades and decades, and good quality. Nothing can survive if your quality keeps going down, right? And especially over so many decades. Imagine that you've held your quality, people have not complained. Trust is there, awareness is there. Now it's time to take them to the next jump.
Level. So what is the major strength of the company or the Eveready industry?
So we usually are very strong with, as I said, with household batteries. Right. We are also market leaders in flashlights, both in India and Nepal. We also, as a company, have a huge set of lighting products and portfolio, right? So between household batteries, flashlights and lighting forms our entire pivot and anvil. And over the last 1 year and in the next couple of years, our focus is going to be able to push in a lot of new products in these segments to be able to, ensure that we are ahead and our consumers are future ready when it comes to, some of these products, portable energy, etc. And very relevant for a country like Nepal is that, portable energy like batteries and flashlights, extremely good when you are going hiking, trekking, camping, and there's a huge amount of that. But another time when batteries and even flashlights, which are synonymous with each other to a certain extent, keep growing, it's a bit of a paradox, but natural calamities, whether it's earthquakes or typhoons or landslides, when one set of the population is cut off from the other set of the population, there is a need for, there is a growth that comes in portable power, because at that time, you don't have the fixed lines.
Electricity or something, right?
Absolutely. So these are the times when it grows, etc. we are trying to remain abreast with the latest in technology, so that even during an SOS period, you know, the long lastingness and the powerfulness and the quality of some of these products is just not compromised.
What about the market in Nepal? Do you want to highlight something?
See, the battery,
there are amples of opportunities that you said, right?
Yes, yes. So, you know, in our sense, in our basic estimates, the consumption of battery per capita in Nepal and the consumption of batteries per capita in India is almost similar, you know, which means that for the population, when you do it on a per individual basis, it is similar. So both the markets are behaving similarly. Both the markets are seeing you know, a growth in your alkaline sector, right, and a very rapid growth in the alkaline sector, and thus it is our estimate that, you know, your battery market in real terms in Nepal would be anywhere between 80 to 100 odd Nepali crores, right. But it is just an estimate, and a lot of it is imported into the country, etc. It could be more as well, and as I said, that you know, the Eveready would be more than half of that market. But within this market, my sense is, you know, 5 to 6% of the market or a little bit more is towards alkaline. But in another 3 years, this alkaline segment will double, and which is why it is important to play in that. And it's good that as the consumer, you know, upgrades and gets, you know, acquainted with the technology, it is good, and it is the right time to propagate it and talk to the consumers in Nepal.
Well, thank you very much, Banerjee,
pleasure.
for
Absolute
your
pleasure.
time and for your
Thank
valuable
you.
opinion.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Much.
Thanks very much.
दर्शकहरू धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हामीलाई साथ दिनुभएकोमा। हेर्दै रहनुहोला न्युज 24 टेलिभिजन। नमस्कार।